Using the site SurveyMonkey, I was able to ask numerous questions. This was very helpful for my magazine, allowing me to figure out specific features. I was originally unsure what I should do for the background of my poster. I was interested in the idea of using blood, as I felt was a great way to suggest the danger he is and show gruesome acts he's capable of doing and has done. I was able to figure out how to make blood using Photoshop by using the paintbrush tool, so now I wanted to figure out the most interesting and effective way to put it on the background, but at the same time not take any attention away from the image, as especially in Empire the image is the most important. The question I asked on my survey was whether the background worked. The original background was completely covered by blood. It looked almost as if there was blood flowing from the wall. The response from the questionnaire was mixed. Some stated they didn't understand what it was, not realizing it was blood. This made me rethink the background. I decided to keep the blood as a background, but in a different way, a more creative style. This time, I wrote out negative words such as hate and kill in a bloody style, as if the main character use his own or victim's blood to write this. I created another questionnaire asking people if they like this background, and if it's obvious that it's blood. Both questions suggested that background was a lot better and that it was obvious that it's blood. I felt that because of the initial suggestion of removing the original background, it made my magazine look a lot more authentic and match the style of Empire magazine, not putting as much emphasis on the background, but instead more on the image. Another query I had was the color for the Empire magazine title. Although often the color would be red, there are many instances where the color have changed to match the style of the magazine, or to not cluster with too much colors, as I was scared that I had maybe used too much red, so I wanted to get help on that. I asked on my survey what color I should use. I felt that my original style of a metallic look on the poster didn't work as well as I thought. The idea was to make it have a metallic look, like on a knife. It overall just doesn't work effectively and puts more emphasis on it due to its bright colors, even though the emphasis should be on the image. After looking at the survey response, a high number of people chose red over the other options, which were black, grey, metallic, and other. I ended up choosing the color which was chosen the most. I felt like in general it visually works the best on the magazine. On this survey, I asked a big question which would have completely changed the final look of my poster, such as which film genre do you feel the magazine conveys? The response suggested the magazine is easy to tell it's thriller. So that was a positive. A query I had for my post was whether the image worked. The idea of the image was to suggest the character is hiding a secret. This is connoted by the hand covering the character's mouth. I felt that it was an effective way to show he's hiding a great secret, the secret being his life as a serial killer. Although I was happy with the image, I was given verbal feedback which suggests that I'm not entirely keen by the idea, one problem being the character looks surprised rather than scared. I decided to edit the photo by changing the color of the image to red alongside the background, matching the background. I felt that I made the image feel more interesting as well as menacing. My feedback suggested that people liked the image, so I kept the poster and instead changed the color of the image to a bold red. This made the image effective in showing that he is dangerous, as red connotes blood and danger. The change in the color scheme means that new images are not needed, as ones I have are effective.